So Clemens, thanks for having me here in your offices.
Nice to have you with us.
You have moved to your new offices. Tell me a little bit about Guangzhou sourcing. When have you started?
My name is Clemens Rudolph. I am the founder and the managing director of Guangzhou Sourcing. I am originally from Germany and I am leading here our procurement hub in Guangzhou, China. We manage procurement solutions for clients all over the world and make it quite simple for you to source in China. Hi Neven, good to have you with us.
Thank you for having
me. So you are from Germany. We actually studied together and you are doing a very similar field as us here in China. You are specializing in FF&E sourcing on projects, right? And this is how we work together. So we are on the ground in China. We do a little bit more the ordering, the coordination process with the factories, while you are very often involved in the project management, right? And in the supply chain management. Tell us a little bit more about what you are doing actually.
So yes, nice to be here. So I'm Neven, I'm from Heuberger Import. We are an import agency. We specialize on the project management and the sourcing management, supply chain management part of those projects. And we are very happy to work together with Guangzhou Sourcing as the location at the customer site in the end. So we have our offices in Germany and we specialize on the German, Austrian and Swiss markets. And what we have noticed is that in those markets there are still some different thoughts about importing from China, some wrong old beliefs about importing from China. We want to try to show those customers that importing from China is high quality, it can be high quality with a very, very good price. And we want to take away those worries and support them in their project management together with you guys. So we try to be the customer-facing side of this endeavor together and try to show the customers that with good preparation, good planning, together with a strong partner in China, it works out in a very good importing.
Yes, very interesting what you just described, and I find communication is so important, right? Communication from the beginning to the end. So in the beginning, defining what the customer really wants, understanding the quality expectations, understanding materials, understanding colors, all of these details, right? To communicate this correctly, that's important. For us then also to communicate it with the factory and to report back if there is deviations, right? So if we can't achieve like an exact color or a size is a little bit different. All of this is a process which leads to customer satisfaction if it's done right?
That's right. So communication is finally the key, as you have said. I would say, as you also know, you're also from Germany, I would say that German developers and also hotel owners, they want to buy furniture and they expect that the supplier already knows what's good. That's why they communicate part of it, communicate somehow what they want. And if they work with a sourcing agency, which is not specialized in consulting them, then the sourcing agency makes decisions which do not meet their expectations to the product. And this is how some projects have been gone wrong in Germany with some other interests.
Or even working directly with the factory, because the factory can make basically everything, right? So they can make an outdoor chair made of 316 stainless steel, but they can also make it of 304 stainless steel or 201 stainless steel, right?
That's right.
And I mean, the material is a lot different. So if you put this on the beach side, let's say in Barbados, in the Caribbean islands, it's gonna rust after half a year if it's 201 stainless steel, right?
And this is the difference between with our joint venture. With your experience in the products and in the consulting of customers. What is the right product for what use case? And with our communication with the German customer in special, and our also focus on really asking the right questions to have it written down. What does the customer want and what does the customer expect? You can actually also advise the customer to make certain decisions. So it's a lot on my side to say the customer, no, I would not do this way. maybe you should choose between this or this material, and also communicate with you guys on the factory side what is the right way to supply to the customer.
Very true, very true. Okay, so looking at you now, you're with us here in China right now.
Yes, nice.
What do you think is the most important stuff that we contribute to the entire process of like sourcing on projects? What is the most important part that we, or what's the most value that we create in this process?
The Chinese market is a very, very huge, big market with a lot of factories and small workshops who produce very specific parts. And to have an overview about which factory produces what part and which factory does it with a good quality and which factory does shortcuts, I think this is the hardest thing for somebody coming to China and wanting to import things from China. You have really to know the market, to know your region you're in, and to be able to distinguish which is the right factory to go with. Yeah? And I think this is the best thing you guys do. You know the region, you're already almost 10 years in this region.
Yeah.
And this is what we see all the time with our joint projects together.
Yeah, just the experience, right? Knowing, okay, seeing a product and knowing, okay, this is a good factory for this kind of product.
That's right.
Knowing like that's a good match. Agreed. And
this can be overwhelming. So if you do this without a good partner, we wouldn't do this with somebody who doesn't know the region and who doesn't have a good network of factories providing products.
Mm-hmm. Okay, very interesting, yeah. And I think also like the quality control, the inspection side of things is also something that I see is very important, that is very much valued by all of our clients. So just making sure that, you know, we are looking at the products once they're leaving the factory, before they're being loaded on a container. Because I mean, what we see all the time, or what I am arguing all the time is, if the products arrived and there's a problem, to fix them or to replace them is then very difficult or very costly.
Often too late, huh?
Often too late, right? You can't really send them back, or it's going to be really, really costly. And if you are realizing an issue early enough, the factory can probably still fix it, or they will directly replace it, right? So this is the huge advantage of like really understanding and realizing issues or problems if they arise early enough before you ship them.
So maybe you can elaborate more on your standards for the quality control, because this is, I guess, the most important part in the whole project. The quality control, that the right products and the right quality go on into the container and on the voyage to the customer. So what are your standards and the processes behind it?
I mean, theoretically, there are industry standards. It's often many companies, many factories, many testing agencies, they work with AQL tables. It stands for Acceptance Quality Limits. These are basically tables that are defining, okay, if I have a production batch of 1,000 products, I need to take out a sample size of this amount to have a statistically relevant number to make a judgment whether the quality is good or not. And then you have basically 3 different defects. So you have minor defects, major defects, and critical defects. And this AQL table basically defines us how many minor defects can we have on that sample batch, how many major defects and how many critical defects can we have. And that's a very objective measurement to say industry standard. Did it fail or did it pass? Now obviously in a project environment often the quantities are quite small, and then these AQL tables don't make much sense. So it's really about getting a good feeling of the products, understanding a little bit, are there any problems with the products, are there scratches on them, are there any functionality issues? So that's very important to catch early on. And that's more about really going into detail and almost looking at all of them, or maybe sometimes
a lot of effort.
It's a lot of effort, but it also pays off, right? It's good to see then everything come together on a project. So if you're doing a hotel project and I'm seeing pictures in the end of the finished project, how everything goes into the guest rooms and it's finished off and the restaurants are done. I mean, this is an incredible feeling, right? Knowing that all of this was coordinated and manufactured by us and knowing that, there was a lot of work going in. It's incredible to see that.
I really appreciate this commitment and this taking over the responsibility for your customer, my customer, our customer, that you take over and say, well, let's say as Steve Jobs once said in an interview, we don't ship junk. And I think you would agree.
That's absolutely what we're trying to aim for. That's the worst case. Yeah, correct. So if you are looking for a sourcing agent in China, for a procurement partner, for somebody who can help you to really source FF&E for a building project, perhaps for a hotel project, then I think we are the right partner here on the ground in China. We'd be very happy to set up a call or a meeting just to consult you a little bit further on this and to explain a little bit more about our services and how we can help out. So yeah, just feel free to reach out and we'll be there.